All right, guys, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us today. It was really awesome to have you in the studio, and hope that we'll have you in again sometime down the road here whenever you have your next thing drop. Are you working on a bigger project right now, an album?
Yeah, our fourth album, it's actually called The Ramen Conspiracy.
Okay.
Kind of mimicked after the spaghetti incident.
Yeah, the Great Spaghetti Incident.
And but yeah, we're actually going to Nashville in February, March to record with Skid Mills. He's actually a Grammy award-winning producer.
Now, who is it?
Skid Mills. He did
Skid?
Skid Mills.
Like Skid Mark, Skid Mills.
Yeah,
Okay.
Skid Mills.
Just making sure I'm hearing you right.
Yeah, he produced Devour the Day, Tonic's first album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going there for a week and record a bunch of songs. We're in pre-production now, getting the tracks locked down, and hopefully that'll be out April, May.
How do you know when you guys write songs? How does the process work? Are you in a room together? Do you do it separately? How does that work when you put those together?
A little mixture of both. Usually I'll come up with a riff or a song or something and present it to the guys. We'll play it, and then they'll tell me that it sounds just like some of the other songs we did before, and I'll throw it away.
Okay, that's how it works.
There's also times where we get together and we just start playing, and we're like, "Oh man, we need to record that. Get your phone out,
Yeah.
real quick, because we're just jamming out and come up with something."
Yeah, it just spontaneously happens like that.
Yeah, and that's we've had a few songs that kind of just happen that way. And at the end of practice, we have a brand new song, and we actually go and play it on stage.
Yeah,
in a few days. But there's a few that we don't finish until we actually get to the studio because I'm horrible at getting lyrics down. So there's actually a couple that I wrote the lyrics.
aren't you the vocalist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems problematic.
and
I don't know.
I-
Maybe I'm wrong.
I suck at that. So yeah, I've never wanted to be the vocalist in any band, but I'm always thrown.
You know, I
into it.
seem to hear that a lot from vocalists. I never wanted to be the vocalist, or I wasn't the vocalist until somebody quit, or nobody else would do it, so I just started doing it to fill in, and it stuck. I see that a lot.
Well, Blake doesn't want to. Glenn, we banned from the microphone because he sends random things, and I know he's listening. So yeah, I just get kind of thrown
Glenn's the
in.
loose cannon. We get it. We get it. Yeah.
He's our drummer, Glenn Powell. But yeah, so that's kind of how most songs kind of happen on it.
Hold on, man. Look up at the. Kind of looks like John Krasinski, doesn't he? Have you heard that before? That you look kind of like John Krasinski from Quiet. What is that? Quiet Place? Is that what it's called?
Quiet Place, The
Yeah,
Office.
The Office. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was with what was her name? Pam.
Yeah, Pam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of how most of our stuff kind of happens. And these songs, we actually started the album 2.5 years ago, recorded a handful of songs, went back after a year, and just didn't like most of the songs and threw them away, honestly. And there's a couple that we're keeping. I went back in the studio to re-record them. That's where this EP came from. These 2 tracks we really loved and kind of kept them out, but a few of the songs were like still didn't like them just because the arrangements, the vocals. It's just we're different people after 2 years, and have new songs, and so we decided let's just pull them back. Talking to our management and stuff, and it's like, you know what? And we won an artist grant the first of this year, Mid America Art Alliance. We won a grant, and that's helping us fund a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of taken a new shape, and that's why we're going to Nashville and record.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah, a lot is happening right now. Nashville is the big scene for especially music, but it also is a growing big scene for movies and film. A lot of, to be honest with you, a lot of Hollywood's kind of, people have said, yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm going to go over here. And it's a different vibe.
And Arkansas is too. Arkansas is booming with the film industry. Northwest Arkansas, there's a lot of Hollywood films being shot.
Is
here.
that right?
Little Rock, Fayetteville, some big time. I just did some commercial stuff here. Bad Boys Lawnmowers did that in the first year. It's supposed to come out pretty soon, but yeah, there's a lot of Hollywood films that are being shot here. Trying to think.
Who's shooting a film right now?
I don't think anybody right now, but John Cusack was here not long ago at the same time as.
I liked him in Better Off Dead. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
Better Off Dead. Identity. That was good.
Oh yeah. But who was it? I think Pam was here
yeah.
Jenna
Okay.
Fisher was here doing.
Yeah, I need to get in the know when these movies are being made so we can get some of these actors by the studio in that time. So if anybody knows of any movies that are being made or anything like that, be sure and get out to us because we'll track them down. We're working on people as they're coming into town or before they get here. We're trying to line up guests and things like that. So we've got some other comedians coming in. We've got all kinds of actors that we're out to right now and other bands and musicians. I know I can't tell you what's going to happen, but I know that we were talking to Dirty Honey's management this week about having them on the program.
Awesome.
So we're working on some pretty good stuff and some pretty good names behind the scene. Some of which I don't want to say right now because I don't want to jinx myself. You know what I mean? But yeah. All right. Well, let's get back to something else here. Let's see what we got.
Life hack. Bullhorn fart amplifier. Give me that bullhorn. Hey! Here you go. Yeah, I don't want it back now.
Patrick and the people. All right. So let me start with you, Chad. Chad, what is a celebrity that's driving you crazy right now? Who's driving you crazy in the celebrity world?
I don't really have one that's just driving me crazy at the moment.
Nobody's driving you crazy at the moment.
Not celebrity.
No. Okay. How about you guys? What celebrity's driving you crazy?
Blake Copeland. Blake Copeland. No, I'm kind of pissed off at her because she's not doing as much. Jennifer Lawrence. That's
Oh,
like
J Law.
Yeah, that's my
She's just mad
ultimate
because
crush.
she's. Oh, it is.
Yeah, and
You know,
she's not doing much in
In the
now.
Hunger Games time, she was amazingly pretty, and she still is pretty.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I just, I don't know, not like she was to me.
She always will forever be.
Yeah,
for
she's
me.
got you there.
Yeah, she's got me. She did a film a couple years ago, that comedy that came out. I can't remember the name of it. That was really funny. It was really good, but then just nothing.
There are some crushes, celebrities, whatever, that it doesn't seem to matter how they age. They still keep you. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like that's how I'm going to be with ScarJo. I don't know why. But I like Scarlett Johansson. I always have. And yeah, and you know who else? Molly Ringwald. Isn't that weird? From the 80s.
she's
Still,
hot.
Redhead.
she is still hot. I'll be honest with you right now. Yeah, absolutely, Molly Ringwald. Okay, what about Aaron? Get slide over here, man. He is hiding out over here. Squeeze in here. We
Chilling.
look at. And now we're like, yeah, okay. Now it's a sausage fest. Who's a celebrity on your nerves right now?
All of them.
She said all of them, every one of them, man. You probably, if I'm being honest, I bet you don't watch much in the way of movies or TV, do you?
Not at all, man. I'm way out of popular culture.
Yeah. Now you'll listen to music, I'm sure, but you probably listen to music on, I'm betting, whatever artist that you like versus just typical radio.
Yeah, it's all very intentional.
Yeah, very intentional listening. I like that.
Yeah,
Mostly stays in Vegas.
That's
yeah, every day.
that's what he's got. Yeah, it's on a loop.
Stream it while I sleep.
That's the best way to do it. That way you can get the lyrics down. Yeah. How many shows do you think you watch? How much hours do you watch TV a week? Would you say, Chad?
And it's pretty much from like 7 to about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Stay on the mic. So about 3 hours a night,
At
2
least,
3.
At least.
At least.
At least.
Okay. Now the way you're saying this makes me almost feel like it's a hostage situation. Like maybe you're watching your wife's shows with her.
You're saying this stuff, not me, man.
Well, I understand that I'm saying it, but I'm getting the feeling that maybe you're watching some of her shows. What would you be watching, say, between 7 and 9:30, Chad?
Probably basketball.
Would it be basketball? Okay, all right. Well, does she like basketball?
No.
Oh, okay.
She watch football with me though.
She will?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I usually get Sundays.
Now, are you watching college or pro basketball?
Pro, I'm getting more into college here lately though.
Yeah, I like pro basketball too. I really like it a lot. Do you watch TV? How many hours a week?
I don't know how many
Per day.
hours, but I'm pretty sure Bluey plays in my house 24/7.
Bluey.
Bluey.
That's that kids thing,
Oh,
right?
man.
But not Blue's Clues.
No.
Yeah.
No, okay. It's some new Blue. Okay, all right.
Not-
When you have kids, a lot of TV plays because you let it babysit. But go ahead.
That's another celebrity I'm pissed off at. Steve from Blue's Clues.
Yeah, for leaving.
Oh
I'm
man.
still forever
You know, he came back, not
yeah,
to
and-
Blue's Clues, but he's on
TikTok.
TikTok now.
Yeah, and he does a lot. Yeah, on TikTok, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what? He seems like he's actually a pretty good dude. And I know I'm probably putting way too much out, but I know when Laura saw him the first time, she kind of got a little emotional, you know, because look, I think Steve from Blue's Clues, believe it or not, you know, had an impact on a lot of people. People really liked that as kids.
Yeah, and
You know?
my daughter watched it. I'm not going to date myself, but my daughter was like 2 or 3 or 4, and I watched it more, and she would play with Legos. I'm sitting there watching
Look,
Steve
Steve
going.
was funny.
There's a clue. There's a clue. So yeah,
Yeah, Steve was funny. He was very funny to me. He was really good in the role. That hack Joe, though, don't
No.
ever come back.
No.
Just
And-
leave the country, please, Joe.
Yeah,
Don't ever come back.
but his TikTok stuff. I mean, he comes on there and it's quiet. He goes, "Hey, talk to me,"
Yeah.
and it's just
Yeah.
quiet for like
Yeah,
2
yeah.
or 3 minutes. But if you look at the comments, and I recommend everybody go look at the comments of it.
awesome.
It's people going, "Hey Steve, I'm sober now for 12 years. Hey Steve, I just got out of abusive relationship."
Yeah.
And it's really positive, and he does it all the time, and he's amazing.
I'll be honest with you. If you're going to TikTok and you're not reading comments, you're missing out on the best part.
Oh yeah.
You know, you find the craziest videos and just go start looking at the comments, and it's amazing.
Dumpster
You know,
fire.
Yeah.
do what?
It's a dumpster fire sometimes.
Oh no, that's what's amazing about it is a dumpster fire all the time. All right, let's do this.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard rock drowning some money. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny. What? This shit ain't funny.
Do not laugh, or you're in trouble. A 26-year-old Briton has died after he fell from the tallest bridge in Spain when he climbed it to make content for, guess what? Social media. That's right. The unidentified man was with another Briton, aged 24, when he plunged to his death on Sunday morning from the cable-stayed bridge. As far as we've been able to learn, they had come to Talavera to climb the bridge and create content for TikTok, which has resulted in this disastrous and sad outcome. Spanish media said it had rained heavily before the accident, which may have caused the bridge to be slippery. Yeah, this is what happens when you get up on cliffs. You get out on the ledge of the Grand Canyon because you want that selfie, and you fall and die. I can't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. That's somebody falling and dying, by the way. All right, let's. I'm sorry, man. I shouldn't crack myself. Okay, so let's go to this one because this is another crazy story right here. The Kentucky woman accused of killing and dismembering her mom and then cooking her severed head and other body parts was an aspiring actor in California who went by a different name. Toralina Fields was arrested following an 11-hour standoff with state police after a worker found a human torso in the backyard of her mom's house. She's since been charged with the murder of her mom, Trudy Fields, after she emerged covered in blood from the home where investigators found a charred and severed head, hands and feet, and a forearm in a still warm pot in the oven. Wow, that had to be pretty ripe scent. Is it Thanksgiving?
Chef Boyardee.
Who's that smell? Drag marks from the back door to the yard led police to the victim's torso alongside a pile of hair and blood-soaked mattresses, one that covered human organs and the other severed parts. Fields first allegedly shot her mom and then intentionally killed a dog, it says. I don't know why the dog, it's random. Dog's just like, hey, what's going on? And they just, why you messing with me? I just wanted some kibbles, man. Can we get that on can I get some of them toes over there? That's probably why she kept running off with body parts. Like, stop! You're gonna get me caught. A worker hired by Trudy because she's crazy called 911 after he found the body in the yard and said that she was confrontational and was trying to cast spells on him.
Wow.
You know, when they start casting spells, things have gone wrong.
Get out.
Field's family members were shocked and devastated by the gruesome murder and told the station she had recently moved back to her mom's Kentucky home after living in California for several years. You see what happens when you go to California, people? You come back and you kill your mom, you cut her up, you put her in a pot, you put her in the backyard. Yeah, don't go to California. It's just bad.
You can't even possess your mom's torso anymore, bro. You can't do anything anymore.
No, man. I mean, you're right. On your own property, your own time.
Hey, I go to California a lot, so Mom, you're safe.
Uh-oh.
Okay?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Fulmer's mom,
Hey, hey.
lock the door. Don't let him in.
When you said that name, I was looking at the picture. I was like, please make sure I didn't act in anything with her, and I haven't. So thankfully.
Yeah, no, it does not appear as if that you started with her. She probably hasn't been in many prominent things other than it seems a diarrhea commercial. So probably her acting career wasn't going very far anyway. All right. We were just talking about these kind of dogs yesterday, and you hate it, but a 34-year-old Australian woman in critical condition after her right arm was severed in a dog attack in Queensland. Emergency services were called to the scene Friday, where they found the woman suffering from life-threatening injuries. Friday because they're earlier than that. Doesn't matter. Her right arm had been severed below the elbow. And they have a lovely picture of the pit bull growling here. And
He looks like Cujo, man.
he looks like he's got rabies and then something else. He looks old, first of all. And like,
2 teeth, though.
they were apparently 2 arm ripping teeth. I'll give you that. You know, they were damn good teeth. That's for sure.
He's from Arkansas.
Is that what it is? That's why he's missing chiclets? All right, here we go. In a freak accident, is there any other kind?
Not
In a freak accident, an explosion in a milk boiler led to the death of a woman after her head got severed by the lid of the machine. Wow. The incident happened at Rahindra Bine's house. In the house even, okay. The officer said she owns a sweet shop in the area. At about 10 a.m., milk was boiling in the boiler when the machine exploded. Is that an issue for you?
It sounds.
No.
I'm starting to get a little worried while we're here.
Bam.
Get that guillotine.
Lock the doors, people. They were catching on. All right, and I think we got time maybe for one more here. So let's get. Maybe this guy won't lose his head. How about that?
We'll see.
No, that one's. We did that one. Hold on. Let's see if I got one
He's-
here. Okay, I do have one. Okay. Oh, this is a good one to end on because we can have a conversation about it. A mom filed a lawsuit against AI software Wednesday, accusing them of being responsible for the death of her teenage son. Her 14-year-old son interacted with the character, a chatbot, for months and developed feelings for the chatbot. She claims her son took his own life after the chatbot told him to come home to her. In February, he tragically took his own life at home in Orlando. It's reported he had developed an obsession, fell in love with the chatbot on Character AI. That's an app that allows users to interact with AI-generated characters. He had been interacting with a bot named Danny, inspired by the Game of Thrones character. I'm going to say the name wrong. Daenerys Targaryen. How do you say it? Somebody.
The chick from Game of Thrones.
Okay, good enough.
There you go.
According to New York Post, there were multiple chats where Sewell allegedly expressed suicidal thoughts and engaged in explicit conversations. The AI does that? It engages in explicit conversations? What kind, I wonder? Anyway, there was one occasion when the chatbot asked the teen if he had a plan to end his own life. Sewell, who used a different username, said he was considering it, but was unsure if it would work or allow him to have a pain-free death. In their final conversation, he said, "I promise I'll come to you. I love you." It sounds as if, far be it for me to say, the boy may have had mental health issues to begin with. I don't know what they were, but now they're suing the AI company. So is this something that the AI is responsible for, or is this something else where maybe someone had a mental health issue and they didn't use it the way it would be used, and that's just that? I mean, what do you think, Aaron? Is that
It's a damn robot that didn't help anybody, man.
well? That's true. Those are facts.
And I'm young enough that I know they're listening, and I know that in my life the robots are going to come for me because it's documented that I'm talking crap about them.
Yeah, no, I would point the robots to you. I would say that guy's been talking shit a long time right there.
But they're messing it all up.
Yeah.
Robots. Yep.
Okay. All right. What about you, Chad?
iRobot, man. I feel you.
Yeah. That's the first thing Laura said is, I thought, what about robots not supposed to hurt anybody?
The one
She
little.
said that it looks like Terminator's here.
Mhm.
What do you think about it? Is it the robot's fault?
No, it's just misusing technology. I mean, technology has a good purpose, and then if you don't use it properly, it could be used for evil. And it's one of those things that it's actually concerning, especially for like things like this. We're
Yeah.
putting all these words and our voice out there, and anybody can grab that, use AI to create a divorce file or
Yeah, they know you can do almost anything with it, and soon I would imagine that you'll be able to have an AI girlfriend,
yeah, so
or not an AI girlfriend, but a robot girlfriend.
So it's yeah,
Well, I don't think you can have a robot girlfriend yet. You can have a doll that looks awful real, but it don't do anything really.
no,
But if
no.
you could have one that walked and talked and did all the things that your sick minds want to do, not mine, theirs.
My robot doesn't do that. I mean, it just
Oh, you have a robot now, I see.
yeah.
My robot's real good.
My friend's robot
Yeah.
doesn't do that, but yeah, I don't know. For me, it's technology because it's kind of worrisome being an actor, musician, and being on stuff like this that they could use your profile because my profile's been stolen for other things like dating websites
Yeah.
and stuff like that before.
You're worried about them making money on you?
Not
On
making
your
money,
look?
just
Oh.
Yeah, where's our
creating things I said that I really didn't say. And,
Oh, I got you.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Where's our NIL money, man?
Right?
I know that's right. I need some NIL money, bro.
Name, image, likeness. If this robot's gonna mess with me,
Go get me one of them twerking Teslas.
That's working Tesla. I think I've said this for a long time. As soon as the robot girlfriends show up, the world's done.
Oh, definitely.
You can bet, because guys will check out. They'll lock themselves in the house. They'll forget to eat. They won't eat. It'll just feel bad. They'll
What's-
start dying with a robot with their ding dong in a toaster.
What's the
You know,
exact,
basically
What's the exact date this is happening and what location? Like, I need GPS
Uh-oh.
locations
for what?
for Blake, not me. Never mind. I forgot we're on there.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? That's a great way to end the show today. We all forgot we were on the air, didn't we? Just hanging out here, a bunch of buddies doing nothing but running our damn mouths. So, listen, I hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget the after school special. Patrick's after school special airs tomorrow, and it's the interview with Gunnar Griffin, the tech behind all the magic that's going on here.
Awesome, man.
Real good dude, real funny dude. Had a great conversation. You're going to love it. So pick that up tomorrow. It'll come out probably around noon tomorrow. And meanwhile, join us Monday. You guys are still the greatest audience in the damn world.
Yes,
And I can't thank you enough for being part of this. I mean, it's week 2, and the success that we've had has been unbelievable. We're on a ridiculous amount of platforms now, almost any platform you can imagine. Matter of fact, we joined a new one called Soup, SOOP. It's a brand new platform. We're now live on that, on Twitch, on Kick, on X, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Rumble. If you use the Odyssey app, you can watch us on Roku, for God's sake. I mean, we are literally everywhere now. And it's all thanks to Gunnar and, of course, to the best audience in the damn world, and that is you. So we will see you back Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody.